So today in this video, we're going to talk about how to build Doctor Ratio. Alright, we just got Doctor Ratio in the second phase for free. Everyone got Doctor Ratio for free, and he's an amazing 5-star free limited character, and he is so broken. And alright, let's get right into it. So Doctor Ratio is a imaginary character followed by the path of hunt. So as we all know that most of the hunt characters, they're mainly focused on follow-up attack damage. As much as you can stack attack on them, it's very good. They will deal more damage. So let's talk about their abilities. All right, let's talk about Doctor Ratio skill. So when Doctor Ratio uses his skill, he deals imaginary damage equal to his attack to a single target. So basically Doctor Ratio is a single target oriented DPS character, right? So when he uses his skill, he does two sort of things. Number one, he uses his skill, he debuffs the target, his crit rate and his crit damage increases by 2.5 and 5%. Now this can stack up to 6 times. So basically if you multiply it, 2.5 into 6, that's 15 crit rate, and 5 into multiplied by 6, 30 crit damage. So 15 crit rate and 30 crit damage if it stacks up to 6 times. So that's insane. And not only just that, when he uses his skill, it reduces the effect resistance by 10% to that enemy by 10% for 2 turns. Alright, his basic attack is very simple. It deals imaginary damage equal to Doctor Ratio's attack. His talent, so when he uses his talent, there is 40% fixed chance of launching follow-up attack against that target, and also will deal imaginary damage. And for each debuff Doctor Ratio does, it will increase follow-up attack extra by 20%. So that was also really insane. Alright, his ultimate deals imaginary damage equal to total of Doctor Ratio's attack. Not only just that, when you apply Wise Man Folly, it will launch a follow-up attack as well for 1 time against a target. So this can be triggered for 2 times, alright, depending on how much debuff that single target enemy has. So if it has a lot of debuff, it will trigger 2 times. It will trigger 2 times, and it will do the damage. So depending on the debuff, so make sure the enemy has a lot of debuffs on it before you use the ultimate. Alright. His technique is very simple. It creates a special dimension. So basically he summons a sculpture around that enemy, and that enemy thinks he is the Doctor Ratio. So, and he try to attack, the enemy tries to attack that sculpture, but he's not Doctor Ratio, he's a sculpture. But yeah, so when you before you enter the battle, you do that. There is 100% base chance you reduce each single enemy target speed by 15%. So that you are getting a lot of advantage out of it. If you use this technique, it will reduce the target enemy speed, so they will lose 2 turns in one cycle. So that is actually insane. All right, let's talk about Doctor Ratio's Lightcone. Doctor Ratio's Lightcone, well, I would say Doctor Ratio's Lightcone is probably gonna be his best free-to-play right now. Is probably gonna be this from cruising in the Stellar Sea. You can also use this as well. You can also use this as well in the night if you have Silas Lightcone, and probably you can also use this as well. You're getting a lot of attack stack from here, the Sushang one, the sword play, and you can also use Yangxing as well. Yangxing's, you have like Yangxing Lightcone, see like a dread. And yeah, these are the few Lightcones that I would recommend to you. I don't think there is any other Lightcone that is worth to use on Dr. Ratio. Alright. Talk about his relics. So Dr. Ratio best relics is probably gonna be the Ash Blazing Grand Duke, because on the 2-piece it increases attack by follow-up attack by 20%. You can also use 2-piece imaginary as well, because you will get 10% extra imaginary damage. So I would recommend you to not use 4-piece, instead use 2-piece, like 2-piece this and 2-piece that. Alright, so use 2-piece this and 2-piece that. Alright, you can also use if you don't have imaginary, you can also use 2-piece Musketeer, so you can get extra 12% attack on it. Alright, let's talk about ornaments. Best ornaments for Dr. Ratio is probably gonna be Intersalasto, because it increases crit rate by 8%. So when you reach 50% crit rate on Dr. Ratio, so let's say I have 50% crit rate on Dr. Ratio, I have 57. So that means I will get 15. My ultimate and follow-up attack will increase by 15%. So make sure your Dr. Ratio gets over 50% over attack crit rate, so you can get that 15% ultimate and follow-up attack. Let's talk about Dr. Ratio Eidolons. So I think his E1 is really good, because in E1 so basically on E1 he obtains 4 stack of summonation, so that is actually really good. His E2, well, E2 when he uses his talent, his follow-up attack hits a target for every debuff. The target has additional damage equal to. Okay, so that is also really insane, because in his E2, his follow-up attack, when he does follow-up attack to a target, his debuff additional deals imaginary damage equal to 20% of Dr. Ratio attack. This can stack up to 4 times, so that is actually insane. His E3 and E5 increases talent level. His E4, when triggering the talent, so basically he gains 15 energy regeneration when he triggers the talent to an enemy, so it helps with the energy regen. His E4. His E6 additionally increase the triggerable count for Wise Man Folly by 1. So basically when you do the ultimate, it increases by 1. So, and it will also deal follow-up attack. When the damage dealt by the talent follow-up attack increases by 50%, that's actually broken. Alright, so I did forget to mention that his signature Lightcone, which is this one. Forgot to mention that this one is probably his best Lightcone, because it increases crit damage by 20%, and for every debuff of the target enemy, the crit damage dealt against the target increases by 8. So the 8-3, that's like 24 attack when he uses the ultimate. So his best Lightcone is probably going to baptism of just keep you. Let's talk about his best team comps. His best team comp is probably going to be Dr. Ratio, Silver Bull, Tingion. You can also use Bushan in here, or Dr. Topaz. You can use Dr. Ratio, Silver Bull, Topaz. If you don't want to use Topaz, if you don't have Topaz, you can use Tingion in here. Just I can use Tingion in here, and over here I can use Bushuan. If you don't have Silver Bull, you can use Bella in here. So that's the Dr. Ratio team comp. Overall, I think Dr. Ratio is an amazing free limited 5-star character, and I think everyone should build him. He's an amazing imaginary character. If you don't have Imbibitor Lune, then this Dr. Ratio will be amazing as well. But if you have Imbibitor Lune, you should definitely build Dr. Ratio as well, because he gives you an extra. You're getting an extra free limited 5-star character and free imaginary DPS character. And not just that, he's an amazing broken DPS character, free limited 5-star DPS imaginary character, followed by the Path of Fun. So I think Doctor Ratio is really amazing, and his Eidolons are really insane, as well as his Lightcone. So anyone who's pulling for his Lightcone, I think it's worth it. But if you're not pulling for his Lightcone and saving for the 2.0 character, then you can use the ones that I mentioned. So he's a very free-to-play character and an amazing 5-star character, and he's amazing. It's just worth it. And thank you, Honkai Star Rail devs, for giving each and every Honkai Star Rail players this amazing free 5-star character. I hope you give us more in the coming years, and I hope your game keeps growing. Yeah. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.